So we are back on Askiy Ridge multiplayer, back on the quest to get the 3 remaining diamonds we have yet to get from the map. And after our last hunt where we harvested a melanistic pintail drake, I switched up our loadout. We have the Fox Pro E-collar, so maybe we can do a little bit more pintail hunting. And this time, we're not going to hunt beavers at the start. I'm going to wait until at least 12, that's when they're feeding in the water, and I think it's easiest to spot them all there. And a pretty cool sight to get us going. Wolves coming in. All snow on their back and stuff. We just have the cap lock muzzleloader, so I'm not so sure that's going to be ideal. We might just go with the 300 to take these out. And we'll be somewhat careful about spotting stuff beforehand, because otherwise I don't think there's even a hope that we might survive this. It might just be a little pack of 4 though. Nope, one way back there yet. That's a 6. Another one they're really slow getting here. And I guess too, with the snow falling down on their back, something else to pay attention to. Make sure they're not somehow a rare that isn't so obvious. The egg white now is, I've described it as almost like leucistic looking. They've got sort of the basic common fur, but just less pigmentation. They're a little lighter colored, and I think with the snow, you probably could miss that. So obviously, most of these are going to be unethical kills, but it does keep us from getting killed, so that's a plus. And probably we ought to reload the muzzleloader, but I think that's going to be a fun thing to have out here. When we get to bighorn hunting, stuff like that, I just think it's going to be a really cool weapon, especially in the snow. Like, I think of, not that this is a flintlock, but close enough, I think of the late muzzleloader season here in Pennsylvania, and using a flintlock muzzleloader, the smoke as you fire the shot, I think that is going to be really neat out here. So got 2 more laying side by side. I think they were maybe a 6 and a 4 or something like that. That is the level 4. That's a level 6, and the only thing I would say, it's a tiny bit laggy as we claim stuff. Hopefully that's going to be fine. Is that? That's a rare wood bison, isn't it? Man, talk about the snow hiding it. You can barely tell that is something. Just a level 1 female. But I am surely glad we're not chasing beavers currently. Let's go ahead and try to line that up. I think it's the piebald variant. I can't really tell. I see some darker fur back there. Don't want to shoot her in the head, and of course she's just blocking where I want to shoot. Can you not do that? I really don't want to mess that up. Seriously, why? Okay, think that's going to be good. She's going aggressive. Watch everything else as it heads out of here. Decent 3, level 2. Nothing special, and she is going down. Let's go and see what that is. We could find out with the disturbed edge, but let's just go over here and pick it up. Snow is still falling down. I think it's piebald. I'm actually not really sure. Snow is quitting, so let's get a quick screenshot and jump into the harvest screen and find out. Oh, it's a leucistic. That is really cool. Single lung at 113 meters. I kind of wanted to go for the heart shot, but she just wouldn't move her head. Ends up being at 95, scoring bronze. Is 1 shy of silver, which kind of sucks, but not really a huge deal. Let's tax that. Man, with the snow and everything. I so wish we could have the snow in the lodge, because with that leucistic kind of like off-white coloration on the legs and like down the sides on the face, but then you've got all the snow in the hair, on top of the head and on the back. That just makes for a really cool visual. I think I'm going to get a couple of screenshots of this. And you also see it, this isn't something I've noticed much. You see it on the feet, and that would obviously be from like walking through the deeper snow. Even, you know, weeks into Askiy Ridge, still little things we're finding out. God, that is such a cool visual. I can't believe we got that this early on. We've been hunting wood bison like crazy. We have 3 diamonds, I think, now. That's the first rare we've gotten, and that's why I keep chasing them. And right now it's 10:20. I want to get after bighorn, but we can't hunt them yet. Just a little side thing, and it gets us our first rare wood bison. And man, I just really feel like we lucked out so much with that whole thing. Nice pronghorn taking off level 4, but just the visual difference right now with all these guys with no snow. I'm so glad we got the shoot the leucistic in the snow. A couple of 4s there. I suppose we'll just go ahead and try to get that one. And by the way, something we've already seen here going from the 375 to the 300. That guy's dropping decently fast because it was probably double lung. But the 300 on leucistic, single lung, she was alive for quite a while after that shot. But a nice little bonus bison. That guy's going to be a 139 gold. I didn't even notice it. Cool, like True Horn's influence there. I think all three of our diamonds have like the curled forward horn. I'd be interested in what one with like this mirrored would score, because does spread matter? It doesn't. It's just horn length and circumferences, so I guess it wouldn't matter, but would look pretty good. Whoop, wrong way to do that. That's a big pronghorn. Man, I just caught him running down over there. That was a level 5. It was up to like 118 or something. We haven't even had a 5 pronghorn yet. Now we got a diamond, but that one was a 4. Did I stay on his tracks? Did I spot something else by accident? Let's jump down here and see. Of course, all the other ones are just casually trotting off, but he just buzzed out of there. Is that him? Yeah, 105 minimum. That is a good looking pronghorn. Now, tracking him down ought to be interesting. We have the 243 pistol for this, so that should be interesting. I wish I brought the round balls for the muzzleloader, but I didn't. So it's gonna have to be the 243. I think that's the group of them. That would be him right there. That's very obvious. That might be a giant. I'm really not sure exactly what we're looking for with them, but it looks pretty darn good from here. So what we'll do is take the 22, just shoot that into the ground, get the proper weapon, and he's right about 100 meters away. Really walked right up to that tree. Now he's alarmed, so we gotta be super careful about how we go about this. We'll just kind of let him maybe back off a minute, and then hopefully, really? Stop behind another tree. Okay, now he's moving out of there. That should be just fine. He is going down, and after not exactly how we draw it up, a potential diamond pronghorn for the second time here on Askiy Ridge. And by the way, ironically, he led us to the lake that I wanted to check for bison as we come up through here, so just quickly kind of check on all that. Not looking like anything at all special. Well, there's a giant. Might try to get that for the Hall of Shame, but first things first, let's grab this guy. I mean, the size of those horns and the pronghorn models I've talked about so many times. Oh, he's not even as big as our 4. 109.25, barely makes it then. Pretty nice hooks, solid looking cutters and stuff. I thought he was gonna go like, I don't know, 115-ish. Barely diamond, but we will take that. Been taxing, you know, any diamond pronghorn we can get to replace some of the old ones in the lodge, because again, they just look so darn good now. That's the tan fur. I can't remember if our last was dark fur or not. Just shot over the heart, but pretty darn cool. Rare bison and diamond pronghorn, literally. As I said, I kind of want to get after bighorn. We're kind of just passing time down here as we wait. And now, can we get a Hall of Shame wood bison yet too? He's 89 minimum. What was the leucistic? 95? Got a chance of being bronze. And from just one end of the spectrum to the other, hoping for diamond versus hoping for bronze here. Not much in the way of horns. Oh, he is 91.8, smaller than the leucistic we shot. Alright. Hall of Shame wood bison it is. We'll just add that. We're getting way more mileage out of like the southern part of Askiy Ridge than I ever would have expected. Now, we are going to go through beaver territory there at that dam before noon, which is what I talked about them being in the water. Just kind of passing through though. Now that is one of the best pintail we've seen. Is up to 1090, diamond's 1040. Question is, will they land here? Will they just take off? Kind of looks like they're just passing through. And the question is, can we somehow snipe him out of the sky? Man, I felt good about some of those shots. We'll give it one more shot here, one more magazine, more accurately, as they head off. And I really hope this doesn't turn into another piebald pintail hen situation, but we might just pick a spot, maybe where we might see some beavers, and plop out the e-collar. By the way, there's one. And I do think this is the weak point in our loadout, having the 243 handgun. Because let's say we get that, and we did. As others take off, like I just saw 2 go into the water before we got reloaded. Now, do we have to reload? I guess not. But hopefully, like there's level 3 male that just popped out of there. We sit here, got more coming down here, put the e-collar out, and maybe they'll go nervous and we still get to see them. That'll pretty well do. I thought for a second, like there's a decent 4 there. That one almost looks mellow. I think it's that dark brown. Just zoom in with the Argus scope real quick. Yeah, definitely common. And the ducks that are flying over right now don't have anything interesting, so we will instead shoot the water. Well, get her hopefully the next time. Kinda interesting, by the way. Oh, that's a better estimate. Up to 11:07 that time. Right about the time another flock starts to come over, all the beavers pop back up. That 4 is there, but now, if they're coming in, are they? Huh. Color and everything, and they're just gonna keep on going. Well, what we might do is mark where they're at. I've seen a lot of pintail like right about there. There's a crossing here, and a lot of times just crossing the river there. I will see him fly over. Let's get the 4 then, and we'll move spots. So that's gonna be her. Put that up a little higher, that will work. The only thing is we have the one across we gotta go get. So first things first, our level 4 was at 27.32. Pretty high in the lungs, but it seemed like we needed to be. I thought I did hear some other ducks, but maybe they were just on the edge of hearing. So the big thing is gonna be, we gotta go way out and around just to go and get that beaver. So finally, made it all the way around here to the level 3 that we shot. See vital blood, but of course it drops, so no surprise there. Lung and stomach 24, scoring silver, and frankly, I kind of wonder if it's just faster to fast travel here and zip straight down. Might just do that. There's the duck that we wanted. The question is, because I just put the e-collar out, do they want to land this time? It looks like they're going to circle, and I hope that I might, when they make the wide circle out around, just back up a little bit so that we can make sure they're not going to spook. That is the one. I think we can maybe just get over to the solid land. Watch what they do, but don't gonna go too far. Those ones are coming down, so I would imagine same with that guy. As long as they don't land behind that little hill, and I'd say he's like kind of over it already, so we should be good. Plopping down right there in the water, of course, behind that rock, but that is something we can deal with. Just kind of slowly scoot to the side. Want to make sure we're plenty clear of the rock so we don't have like a little hitbox situation. Oh, he's alarmed. Well, go figure. This will be interesting. Shotgun would have been awesome right now. There we go. Could have been a whole lot worse than that. And there lays what might be the biggest pintail we've shot so far, certainly by estimate. And again, 1040 is diamond, so plenty of room there for that to somehow happen. 1022, definitely our biggest. 18 shy diamond, got it in the neck too at 98 meters. We will take that. Supposedly tracked at 2.61 kilometers. Clearly the tracking thing is still off. Lucked out that we got him, but hate to watch one with an estimate like that get away. So it is almost bighorn drink time. I think we're gonna start to work our way up into this kind of area. So finally get to do a little bit of bighorn hunting. Got a level 3 there. We'll go ahead and crack out the cap lock, which, is this only the second time the entire hunt? I think it is. Keep that shot good and high. That is gonna smoke him quite literally. And we're going down to one of my favorite spots, this southern lake here on Snow Goose Mountain. Hopefully they're gonna be there as 1300, so I would imagine we'll see some. As for this guy, gonna be a 158 gold, so not too bad. A little far back, but got him double lung. No surprise either. The muzzleloader is gonna have like a very slow moving round, and he was walking when we shot, so gotta keep that in mind. Got some pintail going over. They are looking all pretty low level, unfortunately. And I think that's the best bighorn here, so kind of like earlier, just gonna do that. Luckily we are at least reloaded. And that's gonna make sure that bighorn goes absolutely nowhere. So as you might expect, the whole thing about going hunting beavers a little bit later on, we ended up having so much of a better hunt down in the south here on Askiy Ridge that we'll probably save beaver hunting and all that kind of stuff maybe for the next video. Unfortunately, still nothing new in terms of getting those 3 diamonds crossed off the list, but another diamond pronghorn and a leucistic bison, plus our Hall of Shame bison. I think we want to head back to the trophy lodge with all that. So this guy, I think it's the same score, 158 gold, snuck the shot kind of between the curl of the horn. That's kind of neat. And we'll go back to the trophy lodge. So what we did for now was take down a diamond Euro bison. Gonna put the leucistic wood bison there instead, and I'd love to get a male because you can just see like the pure size of the things, they take up the plaque a little bit better, but albino Cape buffalo, that of course is a male, along with the water buffalo, get a rare wood bison in the middle. That would be really, really cool. Now, as for the pronghorn, I don't know exactly where we're going to put that just yet. We got to do a little looking around. Maybe, because that's not a very high-scoring Barrasinga. I like them, but man, as I've said, I'm so impressed with the new pronghorn. I think we'll just do that. Especially at that angle, it just looks so darn good. Everything from even like the tufts of hair around the horn kind of growing around it. You can see how they're pointed upwards. Just so much detail in these guys. And the diamonds, the horns, they look a million times better than they used to. So, diamond pronghorn and rare wood bison, pretty solid outing out there on Askiy Ridge. And we didn't even get to chase beavers and stuff like we planned on. But that can happen down the road. But on that note, that is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.